Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well, and thank you for tuning into Moose Motion. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, share with your friends, and subscribe if you're new. And if you're already a subscriber, be sure to have post notifications turned on. Anyway, this is going to be the last episode of the SCP-323 project, or also known as the Wendigo or Skinwalker. It's kind of a longer one than usual, and yeah, it took a lot longer than expected to get him wrapped up, unfortunately. But yes, I am very happy to announce that SCP-323 is finally finished. Apart from being rather tired, which is kind of become the new normal for me. Well, kind of always has been. But apart from my lack of sleep schedule, I am actually very, very happy to have him all wrapped up. So this gives me a little bit more time to, well, start doing some more animations. I do realize I'm kind of off schedule with this post and a little bit behind. I usually try to do 2 posts at the very minimum per week. So hopefully, you all can forgive me and at least accept the fact that I got one of these dolls done, because this took a lot longer. I don't know how many hours was put into this guy exactly. Some things are kind of best left unknown in certain aspects. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you're new to this series, be sure to check out the links in the post description below so you can catch up on the Wendigo series, so that way you, well, have an idea how much work this has been. I mean, this video kind of gives us good detail because it's a little longer than usual. It's about 18 minutes. So hopefully you can be patient and stick around till the end, because I do have a little bonus animation. It's not much, but it's something. And as always, if you enjoy my content, especially this video because it was a lot of work, be sure to leave a thumbs up so I know you appreciate it. Comment what you think of him below. It was quite an intricate character design, I must admit, which, yeah, probably is the reason it took a little bit longer than most of my usual SCPs. However, I'm quite happy with the way he turned out, so hopefully you like him as well. And be sure to subscribe if you're new, and if you're already a subscriber, just know that I highly appreciate your support. And be sure you have your post notifications turned on so you don't miss any of my new videos. Speaking of subscriber counts, I'm very happy to announce that my little channel is now up to 175 subscribers. So thank you all so much. And now I have a small call to action for you. If you guys decide to help boost my channel and get me up to 200, I will work towards getting some merch perhaps on this channel. Some t-shirts and some Moose Motion hats would be kind of cool, to be honest. And if you all can help me do that, one of you lucky subscribers will be entered to get a little giveaway, perhaps a free hat or a free t-shirt. We'll see how things work out. So if you could do that for me, it would be highly appreciated. As always, be sure to keep your eyes peeled for Milton the Moose. And quick shout out to Red Horse Games. You have a particularly good eye, my friend, and I'm not going to lie, I kind of made this one a little bit more challenging than usual, mainly because of you. So good luck, everyone, and good luck, Red Horse Gaming. And for those of you who are perhaps new here, Milton is the little moose character that is the picture or my little logo or the mascot for here. And if you're the first to see him, and timestamp in the comments when he shows up exactly, and perhaps where he's hiding and what he's hiding behind in that section, I will pin your comment at the top of the comment section. One thing I'm also going to try and do for my how-to videos is add a little bit more voiceover commentary, so that way you viewers don't really have to rely as heavily on the text format. It does require a little bit more effort on my department, especially considering I'm only doing this with all just a cell phone, and a lot more time in a quiet, dark sound closet, unfortunately. So hopefully you all enjoy it and won't have to read as much, because I'm dyslexic and I don't enjoy reading, and I can't imagine you guys do either. So hopefully you all enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Speaking of more commentary for the how-to process, once I kind of did some clear coating on the skull, I'm not too sure if I really should have done that in the end. It almost looked a little better in my opinion when it was all kind of not shiny. But the main reason I did that was to kind of protect all the hard work and investments that I've already put into it, because my hands are going to be touching that skull a lot during the animation process, so I don't want to lose all the fine detail that I've already put into it. And also, this was a bit of a mistake. I should have probably prepared for his feet long before he was nearly completion. I'll admit I wasn't too sure what route I really wanted to go with. Mainly because the drawing has hooves, but, well, being a stop-motion character, that's not going to really work out very well unless I have bolt-on parts, which I don't exactly have access to at the moment. So what we're going to do is more humanoid feet, so that way he can at least kind of be a little more balanced and stand on his own. This is always an important step, even though I must admit I think I broke his leg probably 2 or 3 times during this video. Don't worry, don't worry. I did the operations off camera. It's all good. Now, I must admit, this is a step I could have skipped for any of those who are trying to make their own little Wendigo. I add, well, hair on later on the video, and, well, obviously you can't really see these anymore. I mean, you might get the odd angle where they might be in shot, but they're not really necessary, to be honest. I'll admit, I kind of like this part. Those aren't really his real bones, obviously, but for any of those who are familiar with the skeletal structure, you would know that your forearm technically has 2 bones in the front, so we can't really display his actual skeleton in this case. And here we can see the skull out of clear coat. As you can see, I don't know, I kind of have personally mixed feelings about it being clear coat. What I probably should have done was not use the glossy kind. I probably should have used a matte clear coat. But, well, there's always next time, I suppose. Let me know in the comment section below what you think, whether I should have left it. But, again, the main reason I wanted to do this was to protect my, well, hard work and time, because that skull did take a long time. I think it was definitely a good move, though, for the antlers, however. Those look good when they're all nice and shined up. Now, this is one part was definitely a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. Sculpting abs is apparently not easy. So for those of you who are trying to do this on your own, I would suggest you definitely get a pair of rubber sculpting tools and really rely on those. And quick other tip, I would recommend you basically use that to push the layer down, because remember, you want the abs sticking out. I'll admit I kind of made the mistake of carving them in at the beginning. Later on I blend it so it's the other way around, and it looks a lot more visually appealing, even though technically it's kind of a small detail that you're hardly ever really going to notice. Now, this is one of those parts I also kind of had some mixed feelings over. I was happy to be at this point because I knew I was nearing the end of the project. However, I was a little sad to kind of cover up that rib cage that I worked ever so hard on, because, yeah, sculpting that out of oven-baked clay wasn't exactly easy, but the reason that it was done was for this step to begin with, so, I mean, realistically, I shouldn't feel that sad. Now, I'm sure a lot of you probably wouldn't have minded perhaps a slowed down version of how to make hands. However, drawing hands is difficult. Sculpting hands is, well, just as hard, if not more difficult, to be honest, depending on the stature. In his case, he's got a bunch of really small, fine claws, so the hands were definitely quite a challenge. So, just to make things in my life a little bit easier for my sanity's sake, I decided just to kind of time-lapse this portion of the video, so hopefully you're okay with that. Now, this is generally one of my least favorite parts about doing plasticine sculptures, especially when it comes to them being stop-motion animated actors, because, well, a lot of the time the feet generally are smushed beyond all recognition. I'll admit, the camera's angles are generally done in my favor, so you can't see any of that, so if you're doing this sort of stuff, I recommend, if you don't have access to bolt-on points, which requires a lot of measuring for your sets and knowing exactly where you want things. A lot of people do that. However, I prefer just to use sticky tack and gives me a little bit more free roam and range, but don't put a lot of effort into your feet because it's going to be wrecked. Oh, look at this handsome devil, all standing on his own. Actually, he was quite well balanced, which I was kind of surprised. I thought he was going to be top-heavy, considering how long those frickin' arms are. Like, Jesus. Now, this part requires a lot of patience. A lot. Can't emphasize that one enough. Ooh, look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? Well, to be honest, they do look pretty cool. It's going to be kind of an interesting process, though. Hopefully, they're not too delicate. Now, this interesting little tool is what's referred to in the clay world as a rake. This one in particular is, well, made by me. It's just one of my broken old bass guitar strings, then crudely glued onto a stick with some tape. Therefore, you basically use that to get into those really fine edges and clean up all those tool marks. And this is a lifesaver. I can't emphasize that enough. Doodla. That's a funny word. Woo! So, I get to play hairstylist today. The proud moment when the Wendigo finally gets his antlers. Now here's some beauty shots. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new. Anyways, that's enough from me. Till next time, take it easy.